Yes and no. I still believe that the anime community is one of the most accepting communities that you can be a part of out there. I mean, we're just excited that people are finally getting into anime, especially since the pandemic. But with that did come a lot of negativity too, and a lot of change to the culture and ultimately the community that we have right now. Oh, let me take a sip of this. We're gonna talk for about 10 minutes, then I gotta go live stream on Twitch. You feel what I'm saying? But when the pandemic started, obviously anime had a really big blow up, right? You saw Naruto pretty much trending everywhere, and JJK also trended everywhere. And I would even say like those two were probably like the front runners for the pandemic. And One Piece had his blow up too, and it's still blowing up now. You know what I'm saying? Goat Piece, you know where I stand with that. You know what I'm saying? Number one right there. But Naruto and JJK were pretty much the front runners of everything. At least that's how I feel about it. You can feel free to disagree. And with a lot of people getting into anime, we had people coming in with this, oh, I discovered it first mentality, and this, oh, I know about this, but you don't know about this, or, oh, I started here, why'd you start over there? You like this, how could you like this? That's weird. And it came with a lot of judgment and outside opinions. And honestly, I also want to say that it sparked something in OG weebs as well. You know, not something that I necessarily would deem as good. And y'all can feel free to disagree with anything that I'm saying too. You know, my word is not the end all be all, and I'm open to other people's opinions. So if y'all have things that y'all want to say in the comment section, opposing how I feel, you know, you might change my mind on some stuff. I'm very open to that. But I noticed that a lot of weebs started to almost kind of build up this wall, like an Attack on Titan wall, you know what I'm saying? And just go on the defensive with pretty much everything that revolved around anime. You know, it's like it became this, you don't know what you're talking about. You just started watching anime, and you don't respect anime if you don't go back and watch anime in the 90s or the early 2000s. Go watch Yu Yu Hakusho, go watch the original Hunter x Hunter, go watch Cowboy Bebop. Like, it became kind of that with OG anime watchers, and I don't necessarily think that that's healthy either, but it did start off with us being genuinely excited until a bunch of toxicity kind of started to infiltrate, you know? And I won't sit here and be on a high horse and act like our community never had a little bit of toxicity in it, because we did. You know, we would have debates and stuff now, but back then, at least, we would have debates on stuff, you know, more so power scaling debates, and we have a lot of debates now, but the debates that I see now aren't necessarily healthy ones. It's a lot of debates about people trying to make other people feel stupid for what their beliefs are when it comes to anime, or what they like or dislike, or what their top 5 is, or who they think can beat who. It's a lot of like competition and who can outsmart the other and who can make the other person look dumb or feel dumb, you know what I'm saying? And I don't necessarily agree with that either. Hold on one second. Coffee is good, y'all. I don't necessarily agree with the debate culture that we have going on now, although it can be entertaining too. So it's kind of like, it is entertaining, but also I'm like, I don't really see it doing any good either. You know what I'm saying? If anything, it's more so turning certain people off and getting people upset, when, to me, years ago, I thought the anime community was just an extremely positive place. You know, a place where any and everybody can come in and feel openly accepted. And it still does carry some of those remnants, but there's also a lot of negativity that comes with that as well. You know what I'm saying? I'm just rambling. I'm yapping. There's another thing too that I want to say about the anime community. At least back then, it seemed like you could watch any anime out there and discuss it with people and put people onto it, and people would be genuinely excited about it. But now there is a lot of judgment based on what you watch. And I'm going to go ahead and put a new one out there. And this is me risking my neck a little bit, but Don to Don, hear me out. Okay, because a lot of people were turned off from Don to Don within the first episode, and I totally understand. I'm somebody who read the manga. The manga was referred to me by a good friend of mine over there at Viz Media. He referred the manga to me, and he told me before I read it, he was like, hey, this is going to be like nothing you've ever read before. I'm just going to warn you ahead of time, but go in there open-minded and just keep on reading. I said, okay. I read chapter 1, which had, for my anime onlys, everything that episode 1 had in it, and episode 2. And I said, yo, my boy. what do you got me watching? I texted my boy immediately. I said, I don't know what you got me reading, not watching. What do you got me reading, man? Like, this is crazy. He was like, look, I understand. I get it. Just keep reading it. And I said, all right. So I kept reading, and I don't want to spoil it for my animes onlys out there, but I will at least say this. The very thing that made you uncomfortable in episode 1 was supposed to make you uncomfortable. If you didn't feel uncomfortable, then there's probably a problem there. But if you did feel uncomfortable, good. Because, and I'm just going to go ahead and say it, episode 1 shows SA in it. I'll type out what SA means right there. But anime is addressing SA in this anime. I will say that. Going forward, they're going to address things, and things are going to start to make sense, and you're going to be like, oh, they're shedding light on SA, which we see a lot of TV shows and movies do it, but we haven't really seen anime do it to this capacity. I will say, if there's other animes out there that I haven't seen that do address it, then hey, go ahead and correct me. All right, I've seen over 100 animes, but I ain't seen all the animes out there. There's a lot to watch. All right, but with Dawn to Dawn, they do a very good job at addressing SA in a blunt way, and to where you can't ignore it, And I think a lot of people are just like writing it off like, oh, this anime is for PDF files and stuff. And it's like, nah, it's not. It's not, man. It's if you enjoyed that, then maybe, maybe. But if it made you uncomfortable, then that is a good thing. That means that you're not disgusting. You know what I'm saying? But I would encourage people to keep on watching Dawn to Dawn, and not judge. And if you don't want to watch it, if it's too much for you, that's fine. You know what I'm saying? If it's triggering, I totally understand. I trust me, I get it. Okay, I do get it. You don't have to keep watching it, but if you are able to, I would say don't judge it off rip. And if you don't want to watch it, don't judge other people for watching it too. We have to be less judgmental as a community. I feel like I'm getting off topic of is the anime community toxic, and I'm just kind of going on a Dawn to Dawn rant. But that's just part of it. That's that toxicity that I see infiltrating into the anime community, where we are judging people for what they watch, who they think can beat who. The power scaling thing, I think that's just fun. But that actually will bring me to another thing, is anime hot takes, y'all. I love me some anime hot takes. I do. I have a few of my own. But I do think that we have to remember to be respectful to the anime that we are talking about, even if we don't like it. You know what I'm saying? If you consider yourself a fan of anime, then speak of anime with respect, even if you don't like it. You know what I'm saying? Because I personally think, and I did make a skit about this and I was kind of joking, but I really do feel this way. I do feel like there's a difference between a fan of anime and a fan of a show. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could be a fan of Naruto, right? But never watched another anime in your life. Does that make you a fan of anime? I don't necessarily think so, but it does make you a fan of that show. Now let's take it even further. Let's say you've watched 20 animes. Okay, yeah, you got a lot of animes under your belt and you're a fan of these 20 shows. But if there's a show like, let's say, Death Note. No. Let's say One Piece here. Let's say One Piece, and you're just like, oh, One Piece is trash. It's too long. It's like, okay, now you're just trashing an anime for no reason. You know what I'm saying? You're just trashing it. And I really feel like you just shouldn't trash anime. You can say your honest opinion. Like, you can say like, oh, I don't like One Piece, or I don't want to get into One Piece, or One Piece isn't for me. You know what I'm saying? Not to say it's trash, but it's just not for me. That's, to me, is a respectful hot take versus saying, oh, it's trash, is boring, blah, 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 and just like overly criticizing something that you didn't even create and probably can't create yourself. You know what I'm saying? We also have to remember that the people that made these animes and these manga, they put blood, sweat, and tears into making this art form for us. So the least we could do is be respectful to it, even if it's not for us. You know what I'm saying? I'll give you some hot takes that I have right now. And y'all are not gonna like me for this one. All right. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Okay. I know I'm super late to watching it, but let me tell y'all something. For the past 4 to 5 years, I have tried to get into Full Metal Alchemist, and it has been a struggle for me. Full Metal Alchemist, I can see why people like it. I can see why people love it, and it's their GOAT. It's very hard for me to get into. But right now, I am enjoying it. I'll tell you this much, okay? Give me some grace. Because right now, I'm the furthest I've ever been in Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. I'm on episode like 15. I learned about the hemoglobin. No, not the, wait, what are they called? The homunculuses. Yeah, I didn't seen the homunculus. I ain't never made it this far before. I normally only make it to like episode 8 or 9 and then I dip out. You know what I'm saying? After seeing Edward get smacked around so much, which is still happening. By the way, when is this man gonna catch a W? Y'all, when? And anyway, I'm enjoying it now, but it took me a long time to get into it. So my hot take for that is, Full Metal Alchemist to me is not good from the get-go, or is not as enjoyable from the get-go. You know what I'm saying? For me personally, see how you like add those things on to make it respectful. Feel like, it wasn't necessarily for me personally from the get-go, or it's a hard anime for me to get into, but I can see why people like it. See, that's a respectful hot take versus saying, this anime just is not good, or it's trash, or poorly written, and blah, or you're stupid if it's in your top 5. It's like, come on, man, come on. Can we be a little more respectful with these anime hot takes? Because again, we're not the creators of it, we're just the consumers, you know. And I do firmly believe that if you put something out there, you do risk it being critiqued and talked about, but critiqued is different than just dumping on something. You know what I'm saying? But y'all go too far sometimes. Y'all go way too far. I heard somebody the other day said Hunter x Hunter should have never been animated. I said, whoa, that's so messed up to all the people that put in the hard work to animate this, to what I think is my number 3 anime of all time, a beautiful series. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, just for the sake of me not yapping too much, and I think I do actually have to go get to my live stream. I live stream on Twitch 4 to 5 days a week at I'm Tracy Allen, just like my YouTube name. I'm just saying, the anime community, we do have some toxicity, but we also have some positivity too. I don't think I spent a lot of time talking about the positive parts of it, so I'm gonna just list a few things. We are extremely accepting of most people that want to come into the community. You can pretty much do whatever it is you want. If you want to run down the hallway, we're not going to look at you as you're weird or anything like that, or call you that. We're really accepting community is what I feel. And I feel like that's the overall positive thing about us, is there's a lot of freedom to be yourself, but that is starting to get a little bit tainted is what I think. So anyway, thank you for what are they saying now? Yapping with me in Tracy's Corner. If y'all enjoyed this, drop a like, comment. Let me know if y'all want more videos like this of just me talking in my corner. And I'm just now realizing I forgot to put the light on me, so this video is probably going to be a little bit dark. I'm still going to upload it. Drop a like, y'all. Thank you.